go in front of ESPN.
Nigga, my mama gonna go to war, nigga. I don't give a fuck how old she is or how old I am. So if I got a pops, that nigga gonna do this. Well, he better do this. That's right.
Yeah. But now we're opening the door for all of these parents to start coming out and protecting their kids.
If you think that's bad, wait till you see shit doing.
Right, it's about to get worse.
Dion already doing that. We all saw what we saw, and you know what we saw.
That's elementary school.
No.
That's all
When you a teammate, he push him like, man, like, let's go. He push him like, get off of me.
Get off of me.
Get off me.
No, don't touch me.
Was it worth the 30,000? Now? In the moment.
In that moment.
In the moment.
He was up.
You remember? Was it bingo night? Or was it? 44.
You know what we do on this show, boy. We flow, boy. But keep it high level. This is gonna just give you the beats. And I give you my opinion at the end on all of these topics. But what's going on, the core issue, is the carriage rights fee.
First of all, start off the right way. Exactly. Let me start out like this. This is why I'm broke and you got money. This whole Dak Prescott saga.
What are those? On the field, I got metric after metric. He's a winner. Okay, he's number one in all categories for the Dallas Cowboys first 5 seasons. Off the field, unquestionable character. Like, the only thing you got on Dak Prescott is,
I am undisputed. Oh, come on. And me playing basketball, and I just want to line up.
He's getting up.
And show. Yeah, we doing this for real.
He's first.
I want to go rebound.
Shoot. This one?
Cut that up, baby. This boy, it's wet time. That's what I do.
I still don't know why this is a pick, except exceptional play by the defender. Look at that. 2 dudes reaching, and then he comes between them and say, let me split this bunk bed. And I'm out of here. Shotgun snap, slips. Oh, that's ugly. Sack on your first play ever in the NFL. I know your nightmares came true. You're like, God dang. Oh, yeah, this ain't it. Look at this blitz right here.
I mean, he only knows so much what he's reading off stats, off paper. I mean, everything's good on paper. But I would always love to hear it from a player because they play the game.
What about a journalist? Like, being real, Norris are journalists. Like, you're from that pool, right? So imagine somebody just said, you didn't play the game. I don't want to hear it.
She would have a living room full of people at about 10 p.m. probably every other Friday or Saturday. Come up here and I already know what they want, and I got to sing whatever song.
Did you say song. Sing, not rap? You said sing, huh?
Sing. Yeah, they ain't trying to hear no rap. They ain't trying to hear no rap. Yeah.
Well, you think you can do something with that? Hey man, Michael Jordan too light in the tail.
Okay, you know what? Big dog?
Yes.
I ain't light in the tail. If you want some of this, let's go one-on-one right now. Let's get
Everyone's playing the hits, but I'm a DJ. And one thing I know from my DJing experience is that you don't just play the hits. You play things that people haven't found out about yet. Discovery. Not up to me. I don't have this ego where I'm a buck, talk trash, and be like, yo, I don't like this. I don't like this. I'm gonna be like this. All right, I got enough talent. I got enough belief in me. I know what I want to do. Yep, let me go do it.
I'm just letting y'all know now, I look fresh. I got a new thing, baby. I got to bring it out. Blah, blah, blah. I'm on the road again. Look at your boy. Look at your friend. I got on a cycling shirt. I'm going to start wearing these for pickleball, man. Love to you guys, man. What's cracking like a maggin'? From the jacket to the back, and Jesus up because Weeze is up. 5 in the morning. Who said the early bird don't get the worm? Unless you go to Mexico and get some tequila. I don't want no worms, but I am up to go get it. Love you guys. And make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, become a member, or hit the super chat, and we'll chop it up right then, right now. So we're going to talk about the Knicks as they lose their homecoming game. How the hell you going to schedule the damn Spurs for homecoming? Game 3 in the Garden, loudest thing ever, $100,000 seats, and y'all lose. God dog, we got to talk about that. That is crazy, and all the celebs there. Everybody, and they took a big fat capital L. Stephen A. Smith and Donald Trump have a war of words, and it brings in everybody. the whole city of New York. Max Kellerman, Adam Silver, golly, everybody talking about that. So we're going to talk about through that. And then we're going to get into the topic we made up yesterday. Which ESPN era is better for on-air talent? So we're going to say present day, this era, or the golden era. Y'all know what we talking about. We're going to have some fun with that, boy. They go at it. Which sport is the hardest to play? Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about that and why your kids need to and should play multiple sports growing up. And Gilbert Arenas also tells us more about his new show and moves he got crack-a-lack-a-mack. So all that and more, you know, on this show, the headlines just to begin, and we got a gang of stuff, so we're going to talk through it. All the above. All right. How y'all doing out there, super fans, top fans? I'm assuming that Stomp is in the building because if we're doing a show, Stomp is here. I think Stomp has only missed one show. Kind of hurt my feelings, too, when he wasn't there. I saw one show, Stomp wasn't there. It was a Sunday show. I don't know. He must be religified. All love, Stomp. You number one. Dan Fan number two. TC 210. 3. Stymie is 4. And Brian, Chess. Okay. New booty. We got new booty in the house. All right, he's number 5. All right, let's get the show going, Marcel. God dang, stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. Be about it. All right, will do. As I hit this stuff, you know I'm my own producer. I'm Dr. Dre over here. I'm producing and rapping. Creeping down the back street on D's. I got my Glock, cause homies want these. As soon as I said it, seems I got sweated from somebody with a Tech 9 trying to take mine. You want to make noise? Make noise. I make a phone call and my boys call. I got it, boys. Bodies being found on Greenleaf with the heads cut off. Mother sucker, I'm Dre. Oh, that was hype. All right, let's get into it right now. All right, what's the first topic? Shall we? Oh, yeah, we got to go with the energy. See, this is what you need to do. Nah, we ain't going to do with the energy one yet. Not yet. I want to do this one. A lot of y'all argue. Let's start off with an argument. A lot of y'all want to argue which ring is more important, which ring is better, which ring is grander. And a lot of people point to 2011. They talk about the Dallas Mavericks. That's the best ring ever. Dirk, oh, my God, that's the best ring ever. And then if you got the best ring, obviously you're going to have the worst ring. And the worst ring ever, most people would say, is the bubble ring, right? Oh, the Lakers bubble ring, that ain't nothing, that ain't but Mickey Mouse ring. Well, let's hear somebody who actually got the damn rings talk about it. Let's go.
It was by far the hardest championship that I had to achieve.
You know, most championships, super surreal, happy, of course. This one was a little different because of the bubble. The relief of we can get out of here, we get to go home, but we also, it was all worth it. Like accomplished, achieved. This is number 3 for me, so I've been lucky, been super lucky, I've been spoiled.
Stop that false humility. I hate when people got to be fake humble. False humility. Oh, I've been lucky. No, you're a baller, dog, and you've been around some hella ballers. That's how the game goes. Don't talk about that. Here's the thing. That bubble ring, I will say this. Going into it, and they in a protected environment, they ain't got to travel, you starting to think, oh, easy. The thing is, man, you couldn't escape. There was no escapism in this. This was all straight ball. No fat. Think about it. Who you think is in better shape? Somebody with a lot of fat or somebody with no fat? Like, if you think about the elements that come with a game, there's so many other things that distract you from the moment, from the pressure. Be real. If I hooked you up to a heart monitor and then I said you have the biggest game of your life, you know what you would do? You would find things to relax you. Like we saw Wemby. Wemby went to Rucker Park, Central Park, every park in New York. Wemby was doing everything to get his mind off of the biggest game of his life, because if he lost game 3, he knew it was a wrap. So you the same dude. I'm going to give you something, the biggest game of your life. And guess what? You ain't got no distractions. You can't do nothing. That's the bubble. Y'all better look at it differently. I know I got y'all thinking, never thought about it that way, Wiley.
So I've been able to experience it more than once. So for me, it was more of like a relief because I was able to experience it 2 other times. It was like, man, we went through hell, but it was all worth it. That was an iconic, legendary team, and I think we would have won regardless if it was a bubble or not.
Yeah, you think because you want it. See, this is the thing. We let people get into our heads too often. We let fans get into players' heads. Hey, look, at work, you let your coworkers get into your head. I want to do this, but. And Tony Robbins was talking about this. I told you about this video I saw, Tony Robbins. He out there in San Tropez. He's just like, I just want to tell you guys, one of the keys to success is not what you think. It's just being comfortable in uncomfortable places. Being comfortable in uncomfortable feelings. Basically, being able to be denied doubted, people just not believing in you, and you still go through with it. Like, you know you're going to get an L. You know you going to take this L. You know that girl ain't going to give you her number. You know that you're about to get dissed, and you go about it anyway. And it's so crazy. I never, ever thought about this. Growing up in high school, y'all know I wasn't in no gangs and all that stuff. I thought it was stupid. Like, I was the wrong dude to come up to talking about gangsters. Like, look, I ain't dumb. I ain't clown them to their face. I wasn't just walking up to gangsters like, you stupid. But when we had a real conversation, I was like, I don't think what you're doing is right, dog. I think it's stupid. So anyway, I end up being a part of a crew, and my crew was called FAY. FAY stand for, as you think, yes, funk all y'all. And our crew was, we not gonna do the dumb stuff. We're gonna do all the good stuff. We're gonna be the good kids, right? So funk all y'all who wanna be preppy, chase girls, act stupid, B-class clowns. Now funk all y'all. We gonna do the right things. Really, that was our crew. I got a chain with it. I got a hat. I'll wear it one day. Anyway, funk all y'all meant we gonna do the right things. You know what it also taught us? We also used to say, whenever you were walking and you're like, oh, she pretty, say hi. Like, we had a rule. If you saw her and you said something or we caught you stuck, you had to speak. And we weren't doing it to get everybody's number. We were doing it because that was the scariest thing for us to do at the time. Like, you see a pretty girl, you're like, wow. And then you're like, you're like 12, 14. You're like, I don't want to say anything. And then your boy like, FAY. And you're like, damn it. And you got to go up to her, hi. She's like, hi. I'm Marcellus. What's your name? She's like, Lisa. What's wrong with you? And over time, you start getting the reps of being comfortable, being uncomfortable. It's the best life lesson I ever learned. All it was just don't look at your fears. Go through your fears. Don't just stare at them like. And how many times you wake up in the morning and you're like, you're thinking about coworkers, thinking about your boss, you're thinking about something you haven't asked yet. And then when you ask it, what they gonna say, and if they say that, what you gonna do? Get your ass up out the bed and go do it. Go out there and win a bubble ring. I love it too much. All right, beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about that. We got Jim Harbaugh over here. Jim Harbaugh, this is how you have somebody's back. Because y'all know, Lamar Jackson misses an OTA is headline news. Well, Justin Herbert misses OTAs too. Not necessarily headline news. And one of the reasons is because his coach got his back. He ain't tripping.
I was happy. We went to support Madison on her music tour. Madison supports him at the football games, and he told me he wasn't going to be here for those 2 weeks. And my first reaction was, "Do you need a ride to the airport?"
Coach got my back, so I don't get no flack. I don't want to hear that stuff from the media. Oh, my God, that's so good when your coach like, all right, cool. You got the equity. You're already built in. You already got the love. You already showed us that you all in. We ain't tripping. You got to be here every day. Come on now. The coaches got to be there 25 hours a day, babysitting them walls, acting like they watching more film. That's for y'all paycheck. My paycheck, as long as I show up on Sundays, coach, let's do whatever it takes throughout the rest of the days to make sure I am at my best for that Sunday. Yep, I told y'all famously the story, Marv Levy looking at Bruce Smith. He looking at Bruce. He like, hey, you can pick this up a little bit, Bruce, right? Bruce used to show up to our football practices looking like he going to the mall, like straight to the mall. He got a hat on. We got a helmet on. We got on shoulder pads. He got on a fresh T-shirt, Buffalo Bill issue. We looking like, is Bruce practicing today? Hey, Bruce, you can pick it up a little bit. Bruce looked at Marv and said, look, Marv, I got one game a week. You tell me when you want it. On Wednesday, on Thursday, or on Sunday. Guess what Marv said? He didn't say nothing. I need some more sounds. He didn't say nothing. He looked at him like, you got a good point there, Bruce. Bruce Smith used to do the Stairmaster every day. 20 minutes. That was his cardio. When we used to do gassers and all that stuff, Bruce was looking at us like, I don't know about all that. His knees were bad, that's real. But he had to protect himself. He had to preserve himself. We out there dying, running sideline to sideline. Bruce is looking at us like, I'm on that Stairmaster. I'll see you later. So that's how the game go. If your coach got your back and your coach on the same page as you, oh, it's on.
He's just been somebody that he's just here all the time. I mean, times I've wanted to shoo him out of the building. He's at every voluntary, every non-voluntary workout. I'm the same guy that broke his hand, and then he was here the next day practicing. The next game, stiff-arming guys. So, yeah, I was happy. Good balance.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Y'all need to stop it. I mean, it's weird that success, gotta get cute, success dictates it all, right? Like the outcomes really start to tell us how the process should be, right? The end justifies the means, as they say. So you don't know that line necessarily. That's why culture is so important, because if you go to a place with a good culture, typically they have a great process and usually they have good results. Not always good results, but usually. But they definitely go have a good process, right? So San Antonio Spurs got a great culture, but they ain't won a championship in what, 10 years, 12 years, whatever it may be. So you don't always get the results. You also don't always have Wemby, you know what I mean? Or Duncan, you know what I mean? But the point is now you go somewhere where the culture is right every single day, every single way we putting in that work. I can tell you right now, the LA Chargers got a good culture. Do they have the good results yet? No, not yet. But they got the culture. We'll see how that plays out. But you got to make sure you're doing the same thing as well, your process. So the process of like, I got to work. How hard do I work? Everybody always thinks the hardest worker is the one who won. That ain't true. I ain't even going to lie to you. You know how many times I have seen somebody beat somebody and they ain't work? Dog, our team, I just told you, we just won our championship. We won our championship 44-6. My number 2 player only played in 3 games of the 7. He came late to every practice, barely practiced. We won. He smoked it. He was a killer. Co-MVP in my mind. Our 4-bet player never showed up to 1 game. Like, the point is, I'm trying to encourage everybody to know it's not even, okay? There are some things you can do. You ain't even got to really try, and you killing it. And there's some things you can do that you gonna try forever, and I ain't gonna lie to you, you suck at it. Real spit. I can't draw worth a lick. I am not an artist. If I committed myself 25 hours a day to art, I still would suck. So therefore, I don't commit any time to art. It's just the way it is, right? But you guys as parents, you need to commit to not only raising your itty bitties and getting them into all sports, multiple sports, but you also got to know what you're getting into. So let's hear this real quick. Neil deGrasse Tyson talks about which sport is harder. This is interesting.
Out of the NFL or a pitcher throwing a strike in MLB? It's got to be the...
What y'all think? What y'all think? I mean, as soon as you said baseball, it's a different version of harder. Let me hear him talk. He's smarter than me.
The football quarterback throwing, because think about it. There are people who want to harm the quarterback.
Absolutely.
While that's happening.
Yes.
Okay? Let's just start there. Then there's this spin-stabilized projectile.
Yes.
The football.
Damn, he said spin-stabilized projectile. I'm never saying the word football again, other than that time I just said it right now.
He needs to throw it to where his receiver will be when the ball gets there.
You're right.
He's not throwing it at his receiver.
Right. He's throwing it anticipating where he's going to be.
The commentators never say this correctly. He threw it to this receiver? No, he threw it to where the receiver and the football would be at the same time.
Dog.
And the guy's got to catch it.
Dog. I ain't lying. Y'all ever play quarterback for real, like in some, like, I don't know, pickup game, flag game, even maybe your turkey bowl, and really play quarterback? They deserve more money, and they make the most already. It is so hard to play quarterback, but the only thing that makes us think, it ain't that tough, is because they don't get hit as often as everyone else. So they only take, 10 gunshots a game, where everyone else is taking 70 and 80. That's the only reason we look at quarterback like it's a little easy. No, it ain't. And then the shots you take are always to the back of the head. Like, turn around. Bow. Like, God, that quarterback position hard.
People trying to prevent him from catching it. And when he catches it, he wants to still run.
Right.
So
they prevented you from trying to prevent you from throwing it.
there are fewer successful passes in a football game than pitchers throwing strikes.
Facts. And more importantly, there are fewer guys that can throw a football and play quarterback in the NFL than there are pitchers. There are a lot of good pitchers out there. And in the NFL, after, like, let's be real, like number 13, even the 15th, all right, let's go half of the league. The 16th best quarterback got some issues. It's weird because you're like, you can drive down the street right now, pass up 4 different high schools in 20 minutes and be like, all of them got a great starting quarterback. Then that kid's going to go to Georgia. That kid's going to Alabama. That kid's going to go to Montana State. They all going somewhere to throw the ball. But when they all meet again at the NFL level, over half of the starters can't do it. It's weird. It is that difficult.
You know you're going to cause some confusion with this.
No, it's hard to hit the ball.
Right.
You didn't ask me about hitting the ball. You just said throwing throwing a strike.
Yeah. What is harder?
That is a good point. Like, we're really assuming that he's talking about hitting the ball. Like, because even the picture right there, look at that picture, he's hitting the ball. Yeah, that's a better conversation than throwing it. Shoot, I could throw it. Ain't nobody trying to hit me while I'm throwing it.
Throw a baseball 100 miles an hour for a strike because you're 60 feet 6 inches from the home plate. That plate is a little bit wider than these cards.
Or
shooting a basketball from, say, 30 feet out, a 3-point shot, or throwing that said football. I've had time Deion Sanders said the hardest thing to do in sports is to hit a baseball. Bo Jackson, who played both sports.
You still haven't answered me about hitting the ball.
Hey, this ain't a battle of intellects, but you can just tell, like DatDudeEntertainment Tyson is so precise. Like, he is so intelligent that every syllable of every word matters. Don't assume. Don't suggest. Say it. Be precise. Keep going.
Still asking me about the pitcher.
Okay, what's the hardest thing to do in sports?
To hit the ball. Here's a conversation. I've wanted to, like, write a play.
Yeah.
A very short skit.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a baseball player.
Yeah.
And a golfer.
Yes.
They don't know anything about each other's sports.
Yes.
And they're standing there having a conversation.
Okay.
And the baseball player says, so how fast is the ball moving when you hit it? Not at all. Mm-hmm. Well, where is it? It's right in front of me.
Right. Right.
Okay. Okay?
Yeah, this is good. This is good.
How big is the thing you're hitting it with? It's about...
Maybe the size of my fist.
It's about 5 times bigger than the ball itself.
Right. See the difference in precision? No, 5X. I don't want to hear your fist. Everyone's fist is different.
Are crowds cheering you on? No, they're silent.
They're silent.
Because I have to concentrate.
Right.
How about you? What do you do? How fast is the ball stationary at your feet? No, it's moving 90 miles an hour. Oh, who threw it? A pitcher. Does he want you to hit it? No. He's doing everything he can to prevent me from hitting it.
Right.
Okay? And, well, that clearly takes concentration.
Yes.
Do they silence the crowd? No, they're screaming at the top of their lungs.
Right.
Wow.
You can't get me to respect golf in the face of those facts.
Until you play it. My first sport ever, 5 years young, had my 3 club set. You know what it is. You get your driver, you get you a little iron, and you got your putter. Oh, yeah. Don't play with me. Golf is way harder than baseball, and baseball hard as hell. But golf, stop playing with me.
I'm sorry. I can't. And they were in cleats, and somebody else carries their I just can't. I know some people out there.
The caddy carried the club.
The people out there love them some golf.
Yeah.
I get. I'm there, fine, but
what?
I don't have to.
Right.
But I do. Blah blah blah. I don't know if there's more meat on that bone, but we could part to that. And I feel, I'm obligated to tell the truth. I feel like I lied to y'all just now. Baseball is hard. It might be harder than golf. I don't know. I'm not high level at either. I'm better in golf than baseball. I've been to the batting cages before. No lie. After 50 miles an hour, I'm out. I am. When I used to go on a date and then we used to go to batting cages, after 50 miles an hour, like, where you want to go eat? I can't hit no ball after 50. In golf, I'm really like, if I had to go my handicap, I'm like a 15. I never practice, but I've been playing for 46 years. Literally 46 years. But I never practice. So I just go on the course. I don't warm up. I hate doing that too. And I just go and start playing. And sometimes I start off fast, sometimes I start off slow, but I always will find a groove in there where I'm playing some really good golf. And then I will fall off because I don't practice, like anything in life. So what's harder? I put it like this. The way to answer these kind of questions, Max Kellerman and I used to talk about this. Max said, the way you know what is harder, who won, is just say which one you rather be. So in a boxing match, at the end of round one, you're like, oh, snap, that was killer. Who won that round? You don't need to ask that. Just which one of them two you wanted to be. And if you wanted to be the one that is Hector Ruiz, then he won the round. Floyd Mayweather, he won the round. And it's usually Floyd. So the point is, whoever you want to be, that's the one who won. Same thing with this. If you got kids and you want them to play a sport and you're like, which one is harder? Which one's the easiest road? To me, the easiest road of all the sports, let's look at it again, no lie, let's go from left to right. It's not basketball, because even if you're great in basketball, and so many players, there are more great basketball players than any other sport. Like, there's more great basketball players than great football players. However, the problem is there's only 450 jobs in the NBA. So I don't care how good you are. You ain't going to make it. It's just too few, okay? So that's tough. But basketball, it's easier than football. Football, harder and easier to get into if you're great. NFL. Okay, baseball is kind of a blend. It's not as hard as football. That's why a lot of people who used to play football play baseball or basketball. They try. But the thing is, it's such a windy road. Like, how am I going to get to the big leagues? Oh, well, you're going to go to Tulsa, Oklahoma for about 12 years, and we're going to steal you in the minors. And no. And golf, if you're great in golf, you're not even a kid. You're like Michael Jackson. You don't have a childhood. You're Peter Pan. They take your kids from you. Soccer and golf, be careful. You almost don't want your kids to be great. They'll steal them. You be like, where'd my kid go? Paraguay. Where'd my kid? IMG Academy. I don't like that. So I don't have an answer. If Neil deGrasse Tyson doesn't have an answer, don't ask me for an answer. But let me give you one more thing we used to say. Max Kellerman and I used to do this thing, the four corners. Which sport is the most fascinating? Which sport is the best to watch? So there's, on one corner, you see everybody playing football. Okay, you on Slauson and Crenshaw, and you right there on that corner, you know where Nipsey Marathon was. You right there, you're looking at them, and they playing football. You're like, damn, they getting at it. Ooh, that's dope. Just imagine this as you as a fan. Then in the other corner, they playing basketball, my favorite sport. I like the way they dribble up and down the court. You're like, oh, that's cool, but I'm gonna watch that football over that. But that's close. Then over there, they playing baseball. You're like, that's cool. And then over there, they boxing. Oh, it's a wrap. Everybody watching the fight, right? Okay, so now you're saying baseball move. They run a track. You're like, ooh, they about to race. What? Do I watch them fight? Do I watch them race? We used to always do that and just move the variables around. I don't think any other sport comes close after that. But track and boxing, in the primal sense, in the simple sense, those are the best sports. Real spit. All right, beat up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. We're going to get into the multiple players. You got to play multiple sports. We're going to help all the families out. Like this video. Like the video right now. I'm not going to say another word to y'all. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Hit the super chat. We chop it up right now. Love to all you guys out there. Keep talking y'all craziness in the chat. I see y'all. Y'all ain't talking about nothing I'm talking about. We got to talk about the Knicks losing their homecoming game. How you going to lose homecoming? That's silly. $100,000 seats and celebs everywhere, and y'all took a big fat L. Sorry. Stephen A. Smith and Donald Trump going at it. Trump responds. You know, one thing about Donald Trump as president, he was a civilian too long. He like, I ain't got to act like no president. I don't know what y'all talking about. I wasn't groomed for this. Which ESPN era had better on-air talent, present day or the golden era? Ooh, that's going to be my favorite topic ever. Which sport is the hardest to play? I just did that, damn it, Wiley. All right, we did all that. And Gilbert Arenas tells us about his new show and more moves that he's making, all the above. We're going to go into that. Okay, this is for all the parents that actually care about their kids, right? Want y'all to hear this and take heed.
The importance of playing everything. Talk about the importance of being a rounded athlete.
For me, I just feel like it just made me a better overall athlete. Like even just go back to high school, for instance. Like you start the season, I'm playing football. Like the conditioning you did for football, the cuts that I would do as a receiver, all that training helped lead me into basketball. Now I'm on a basketball court, and the quick movements of me running a route led to me on the basketball court, the quick movements, cutting to the basket, stuff like that. And then sure enough, all that basketball training, the conditioning led to me playing outfield or playing first base in high school, like the quick movements you needed. And honestly, like you said, I got burnt out. Like, you know, football season would come to the end. I'd be like, man, I can't wait for basketball to start. And all of a sudden basketball would start, and I couldn't wait for that to go. It's fresh, it's new, I'm with my buddies. And all of a sudden I'm like, man, this is basketball season, let's get to baseball. And then sure enough, the same thing with baseball, man. Even growing up, like, I couldn't wait for that next sport. Like I almost got burnt out on baseball a little bit just because it's just, I was a kid. I want to go outside and play. I want to be with my friends. So,
man, he is preaching. Let's talk about this. What I call from that is the different capacities we all have. Like sometimes we think fatigue is like we're just tired in general. No, you actually are specifically tired. Think about it. You can see it with kids. We get socialized and we don't even respond to it the same as adults. But when you're a kid, watch a kid. I'm coaching kids in football. You can see in their eyes they're getting burnt. You can see in their eyes they're getting tired. And you can see in their eyes they're losing their focus. They're kids, okay? And then all I say to wake them up is not more football, not talking about more X's and O's. You know what I say? What's your favorite food? They look at me like, what? What you mean my favorite food? I said, what's your favorite food? What's your favorite snack? Oh, I love Cheetos. Okay, you see over there, there's some Cheetos. Go get them. Huh? I don't see no Cheetos. That's the point. You got to give them something else that they want, right? So they have different capacities. And then sometimes I hit them, I'm like, oh, what if Mr. Beast just showed up right there in the stands? Would you run over there and see him? Hell yeah, go. That's my point. Like you always got capacity to do more. That's where the whole 110% comes from. So everybody, even as adults, you get burnt. You be like, man, I'm tired of work. Go on a vacation for 2 days, come back, you love work. It's like you got to just change it up. And that's so important, not only mentally, but physically. Your body got to move different. If your kid, I don't care who your kid is, and I know some really talented kids. I know number one player in the country, 10-year-old kid. Shout out to Mr. Tarver. I know all these kids that are insane in sports. And if you only playing one, you're doing your kid a disservice. Just gonna say it like that.
Well, honestly, I think it allowed me, because I saw so many of my buddies that just focus on one. They're like, hey, we're gonna focus just on basketball. And they do the AAU, they do the tournaments, they do the trips. And then before you know it, man, they're 14 years old and they're like, I don't even want to look at a court. I don't want to look at a basketball. I'm done with it. And especially just the pressure from the parents, because the kids, you know, they want to do their best. They want to, you know, be the best little athlete they can be, but.
And that's what happens. Not only do they get burnt from the outside because they're not getting enough stimulants, like you got to keep this stimuli coming. One, but two, all of a sudden you start to feel like you're not doing it for yourself. I almost quit football. I told y'all, I was 11 or 12. Never lost a football game ever at that point. My 8-year-old team, 9, 10, 11, I went 4 years in the championship game before I lost my first one. So I went like 50 and something and oh. So it ain't like because I'm losing or we sorry or I'm sorry. It's just because this all I'm doing? No, I'm running track too. But my friends outside playing Atari at their house, riding bikes. I want to be a kid. So you got to make sure, even if they are playing multiple sports like I was, they got to be a kid. I can't run home, I can't watch different strokes, I can't watch Dukes of Hazzard. I got to put on my pads and go straight to practice. Give me 5, 10, 50 minutes. Give me some time outside, mama. So you got to do that. Real spit.
Honestly, it just made me a better rounded athlete, which I think helps lead into what I do now. Like I even feel, you know, balls at the wall and I got to rob a home run. All I'm picturing in my head is, you know, I got a 10-yard out and I'm going to the back pylon trying to, you know, catch a touchdown. There's going to be a
collision there, maybe.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's just, I think all that just, it makes you a better athlete. I think that's what, if you look at teams now, every team is filled with athletes. Every guy on that field has played multiple sports. They've played soccer, they've played football, they've played lacrosse, they've played everything. I think that just leads into, just better athletes, man. That's what the sport's all about.
Blah, blah, blah. Love that. Oh, we been good. We actually doing some work over here today. See, everybody talking about the media so sensational. Nah. We over here doing God's work right now. Woo, if y'all were looking at what I was looking at right now, I just saw this picture. Goodness, what is that? All right, so let's get into it now. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys are thinking. We're going to get into Gilbert Arenas right now and what he has going on. Continue our part 2 of Gilbert Arenas and his new moves and his new show. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, become a member, or hit the super chat. Let's get into it. We got the Knicks still, they're lost. We're going to respond to game 3. Y'all know it. And Stephen A. Smith and Donald Trump, their war words and the ESPN era that had the best on-air talent now or then. Let's go, Gilbert. Talk it.
Full control of it. That's all. But the channel that I sold, it was $118,000 on it. It was dead for 5 years, and they put the resources in it to build it up. It's their channel. And while they did that, I created another channel, which was this channel. So they didn't finesse nobody. They didn't do any of that. No, I didn't get Pat Bev off my show. No, Pat Bev, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, this is interesting why this is so confusing. I think it's because when you hear independent media, you always think full control. Dog, you got to think about it. Any company, any entity ever started, it's never full authority, full control. You bring in outside investors. You bring in outside executives who now become a part of your team. Oh, I was over there at Google, but I left Google to start up Gil's Arena. I don't know why is this such a barricade mentally for people, and then it comes with its own resistance. Oh, people looking down on you. If someone told you, I'm going to give you money, I'm going to buy stuff from you, your IP, I'm going to buy parts of you, parts of your content, parts of your commerce, and I'm going to have some of that control because that's what it is. If I'm going to give you money, you're going to give me equity. You're going to give me some of it. Right. And then you're off to the races. You're not grinding up the hill. You're just off to the races. That's a good model, y'all. Now, some people are like, oh, why don't you just slow play it? Slow play it. The turtle won the race. The tortoise beat the hare. Yeah, that's another play. But at the same time, what if you make a fast-ass turtle? And I think that's what Gilbert did. He kind of messed the two.
Kwame was right, though. No, Kwame was. Well, if Kwame is right, then he should be celebrating because I own my show, right? If he's right, then that means he should be like, oh, well, see? But he can't be right in a sense because I said this already. I said when my contract's over with, I own my show now.
And what he sold, be real, what he sold was y'all, or me too, subscribers. He's like, all right, I give you something that already got my name on it, got my investment in it, got my time in it, but it's only 100. I shouldn't say only because some people are really grinding for 100-some thousand. 100-some thousand is an accomplishment. 100-some thousand subscribers. But let's build it up to what do they get up to? 1 million? I don't know. 1.1, 1.3, they're somewhere in that world. Okay? And then, peace, you can have that. Give me the name back, and I'm going to build this one up while we're doing that concurrently. Wow! Sound like a win-win to me. But Kwame can be right. Kwame's like, oh, you don't even own your stuff, Gil, and all that stuff. And Gil could be like, all right, Kwame, you're right. But, if you made Hove, make a new Hove, make another Hove. You know what I mean? Let's go, Kwame, you do yours too. This all is a competition arms race. Egos involved.
I had a partner to teach me the business of it all. I already said that, but they was too busy trying to make what I was saying. No, I didn't sell my name for $200. I sold the channel.
Well, Gilbert didn't make that explicitly clear. And I think it's because probably because of language or uncertainty for your future. So you don't want to say exactly what it is because it's going to make maybe your partner look bad or make you look bad. So shame or the fact that this ain't the best time or best way to say this. But now it's all behind you. Oh, I can tell you exactly. It's kind of like when a guy's on a team and he know his quarterback sucks. He never goes to the press conference and says that. But let that fool get traded. Let that fool get cut. What's the first thing he say? Oh, I'm so glad I'm with a good quarterback. Mm-hmm. Why didn't you say that the other 4 years?
I own my name 100%. That's why I can, you see this? You see how it says Gil's Arena up here? You see how it says Gil's Arena up here? The other channel don't say that. This one says it because I own Gil's Arena name. So that means following next year or the next basketball season, Underdog, if they have a basketball show, they have to come up with another name for the basketball show. 32.
Oh, that's a gem. One is it's a gym. Who in the hell got the wife beater on looking like that? Gotta get in that weight room. You look like me. Here's the thing. I mean, we in the 99 percentile now that there's no more Underdog going forward. And frankly, I told you guys this before, but he just keeps giving me more breadcrumbs because ain't no way a partner gonna treat you like this. This is the NBA Finals. That ain't Gil's Arena the way we know it. Look at that background. That's that Smartin Final confetti, right? Look at them balloons. I know I got my son's birthday party. He had them balloons. Come on now. This is what they did. It's okay. Just bad timing, right? Contract up. Oh, we ain't going to renegotiate or we not going to redo it. Okay, and I'm moving on. Okay, thanks for all the hardware. And I ain't going to lie to you. Gilbert already knew this was one of the plays. When I went to his house and I went on the show and all that stuff, one of the things he said was like, dog, they built all of this for me. And if anything ever goes wrong, all of this stays here. It's all for me. That's another part of it people don't talk about. You know how many thousands of dollars that they put into that place? I would say it's six figures. Crazy.
25 at the first end of the quarter. That's what's it. There was no fallout. There was no nothing. It's just my contract's over with, and that's it.
And you know he know his value. His contract was up. Whatever they were paying him before, let's guess. Let's say $1 million. I think that's low, but $1 million, maybe that. You think Gilbert Arenas now, after being number one for that time they were and how hot that show was, you think he taking $1 million? Whatever he was taking before, he ain't taking now. What he said, yesterday's price ain't today's price. Fat Joe. And I think that Underdog was like, oh, well, we got Skip resuscitated. And we got all these other guys, and hey, we can do this. I don't know. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know if the numbers are, I know the numbers had to take a dip, but are they really low? Or are they just, it's all right. They could bounce back. They got the infrastructure. And I think that Gilbert is betting on himself like Underdog is betting on themselves. They betting like all our producers, all our social media team, all our infrastructure. That's going to take over, and we're going to do this again. And we got Skip Bayless to do it with. Skip Bayless is a bigger name than Gilbert Arenas in the sports media world. I think those are the clash of the Titans.
That's it. There's nothing. Like, trust me. This side is not. We're good over here. Trust me, we're good over here, right? We're good on this side of the realm. 100% ownership on Gil's Arena, the show that everyone knows. Why low explaining? Low explain? I don't know, but I'm saying if everybody's right, then they should be proud that I own outright. I'm my own boss. I'm back in my house. You know, like Nick said, he kicked me out. I'm back in my house.
Which is an interesting wrinkle, because you back in your house now. I know you don't have a show in 48 cars in front and no El Caminos and Nissan trucks and Suzuki Samurais out there, all your damn co-hosts taking it up. And look, a bunch of former athletes are louder than a bunch of former executives. Let's just say that. Let's not go much deeper. Younger guys are louder than older guys, right? So I've been there before. It's quieter now, right now. Now, you're going to build up another show, it's going to get louder. You build up another show, what happened to the HOAs? What happened to the Homeowners Association? They ain't tripping no more? That's interesting. Somebody told me that, man, Gilbert probably called the HOA on himself to get them boys up out of there, to put some urgency on that contract. I didn't shoot that down. I also didn't pick that up.
I know, John, they want to see me down, but, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know why. I don't know why. Like, can I ask y'all something? When the was I ever down? Like, every move I make is for the upper. How long are y'all gonna sit there and pray for the downfall? I'm still trying to figure this out. How many years are you going to keep telling them? See, I told you while sitting in the same spot. Went to
Ooh, he about to curse. All right, let's go.
Fubo, did this, elevated number one, got goddamn, I don't know how many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 awards in the last 3 years. And you think I'm going to move backwards? You telling me, I want you to get it inside y'all thick-ass skulls. You telling me,
What you gonna say? Hey, he flexing right now. Let's go.
I won 7 awards last year. The #1 show in sports. Let me read some of the.
Nah, we read them for you, big dog. Blah, blah, blah. I get it. Bet on Gilbert Arenas. Bet on Gilbert Arenas. He's a content house. He's a content creator. Like all in, not a former athlete, not a sports media guy. He's a content creator. Gil will go in his backyard, film a one-on-one matchup. Gil will play pickleball. Gil's a content house, like Darman Studios. Y'all know who that is? Next level. That's next level. He done bought a whole warehouse out, got like 100 employees, same actors, and all they do is all these little mini docu-series. And they're insane. They're so great. And he just prints money. That's what Gilbert is. A mini version of that. He's trying to get bigger. I love it.
Yeah, I gotta check the schedule. I'm pretty sure, you know.
Hey,
I got some days that can possibly work.
Hey, man, look, if you got some days, man, listen, I would love to have you, man.
Norris Cole on the show as well.
You're out here networking.
Say less.
What's his personality, Norris Cole? I've never seen him on TV. My bad. Tell me, though. Beat up in the comments.
I like it on the West Coast.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Think I'm gonna put you up in the Holiday Inn, man, baby. You gonna be good, baby.
You said Thriller. Whoa.
Thriller, yeah. Come on, man. I gotta listen. I gotta put money towards the dance, brother. Towards the dance in the little mini movie, right?
You said Thriller, not Willer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everybody on that cast didn't get paid the same.
All right, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to keep y'all up to speed on Gilbert Arenas and all things in sports media. We're going to talk about everyone, and we're going to talk about everything. Welcome to this show. So make sure you like it, subscribe, become a member, hit the super chat. We still got to talk about the Knicks. We got to talk about Stephen A. Smith, Donald Trump having the war of words, bringing in Adam Silver, bringing in the whole fan base of the New York Knicks and the city of New York. Everybody responded to that. And we got to talk about what we're going to talk about right now. I'm keeping the energy fast. This is the topic of the day to me. Okay. So yesterday, organically, we were just talking about ESPN Today or something. I don't know what we were doing. But that turned into this, which is a competition like we always like it. We either going to agree or we're going to respectfully disagree. ESPN before and ESPN now. And I started working at ESPN 2007. So I would say all of my physical, mental evidence is really of this era. But let's go pre-2000s to call it the golden era. And it's interesting because you look at this, and I don't know if this list is going to be comprehensive. I don't know if it's going to be exhaustive. It may miss some names. Beat it up in the comments if it does. But I asked my second brain, what era was better? First, give me the top 20 pre-2000 and the top 20 post-2000. And this is what they did. They said Chris Berman's that dude. Dan Patrick. Keith Olbermann. That's strong. Bob Lee. They got Bob Lee above Stuart Scott. Okay, I'm listening. Rich Eisen, Linda Cohn, Mike Tirico, Robert. So far, we ain't said a name yet that ain't household. Robin Roberts, Charlie Steiner. Okay. I will admit, this is the first time, number 10, I was like, okay, you can get beat. Tom Mees, I definitely was like, you can get beat. I don't know who Tom Mees is. That's me, not him. Greg Gumbel, I was like, ooh, I forgot. Then George Grande, I was like, oh, no. John Saunders, okay. Susie Colbert, okay. Chris Fowler, Kenny Mayne, Carl Ravitch, Reese Davis, Steve Levy. Like 17 of them, I'm like, kill us. So then they said the Mount Rushmore of those is Berman, Patrick, Olbermann, Stuart Scott. Love it. Okay, who are they facing? And now, welcome to SoFi Stadium, where we have the pre-2000 Golden Era ESPN. And over here in this corner, we have the present day post-2000 ESPN. Now, who are they? Let's go. Stephen A. Smith, Scott Van Pelt, Mike Wilbon, Tony Kornheiser. God dang! Jesus! You imagine running on the field, you're like, you all pumped. Oh, let go. Oh, hey, oh. And you look across, you see Stephen A. Scott Van Pelt playing linebacker, Wilbon and Kornheiser off the edges. You're like, Jesus. Well, we got to talk. Let me see the, oh, it's going to be tough. Then McAfee playing safety. Shut the fuck. I hate to tell you, y'all keep telling me how great the golden era was. Good luck. Good. That top 5 ain't getting beat nowhere ever. I swear I didn't see this. Right now I'm lost. I am lost. I have no idea how you're gonna beat that top 5. You're losing that game. I'm letting y'all know. This is all Madden right here. Okay, let's keep going. I'm gonna lose my voice too. This is insane. I need some cocaine. Oh my gosh. Oh no, Kirk Herbstreit. Shut the fuck. Man, look. Kirk Herbstreit is like perfect, y'all. Like he kills it. Shut up. I don't want to hear it. Every broadcast Kirk Herbstreit on, I'm like, yep, it's good. Yep. Call the game. Just keep talking. Mike Greenberg. Oh. I'm sorry. Mike Greenberg's perfect. Golly. Dog, they strong 7. If this was basketball, you would never get a point. You would lose 100-0. All right, Mina Kimes. Okay, let me just respectfully say that's a notch. All right, now we somewhere else. So, okay. Reese Davis. Oh, beast. Chris Fowler. Oh, dog, they got 9 out of 10 laced. Let's go. I'm gonna stop looking. I'm not getting ahead of y'all. I'm at 11. Joe Tessitore, the best voice in sports. Mike Breen. Adam Schefter, come on. Kuiper Jr., Jamil. Okay, now we're in somewhere else. Now we went somewhere else. L. Duncan, we went somewhere else, okay? Ryan Clark, all these are great, but we somewhere else. Doris Burke need to be higher, but go ahead, girl. Jay, he's so smart. And Malika Andrews, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. You know I love me some Malika Andrews. Look at this Mount Rushmore. Stephen A. Smith, Scott Van Pelt, Mike Wilbon. These 4 have arguably defined, I don't want to hear that. Okay, now they try to combine that list. I don't even want to get to that. That's too confusing. I need them to be separated. Separate them. Okay, good, good. Way to prepare for the show, Wiley. Okay, let's go. Which era is better, y'all? I'm looking in the comments. Berman and Stephen A. Damn it. I'm not going to. Berman, of course, but back. Like, you ain't going to ever get higher in sports media than when Chris Berman had your highlights. It's never no better ever in anything ever done in sports media than Berman got your back. However, that's interesting. Patrick Scott Van Pelt. Good Lord, that's sick. Overman, Wilbon. Oh, look at these matchups. Stuart Scott versus Kornheiser, Lee versus McAfee. Ooh, Rich Eisen, Herbstreit. Look at these. Linda Cohen, you better duck. Mike Greenberg coming for your head. Mike Tirico, Mina. No. Get out there, Mina. Robin Robbins. Okay, I got to get out there. All right, who won? I can't even tell you. Okay. All right. Get out of this. I don't want none of this. I don't want credibility, none of it. I don't want you breaking down like that. Head to head. Yeah, here we go. Who won? If you're building ESPN from scratch, pre-2000 wins. Why? Chris Berman changed highlights shows forever. Yep. Dan Patrick became the blueprint for modern sports shows, sports hosts. Yep. Stuart Scott revolutionized sports broadcasting. Yep. Keith Overman and Patrick made Sports Center must-watch TV. Yep. And Bob Lee set the journalistic standard. Yep. Okay. So if you want to do ratings, they say now because Stephen A. Smith is arguably ESPN's biggest star ever. Yep. PTI became one of the greatest sports shows ever. Yep. McAfee brought an entirely new audience. Yep. ESPN football and basketball coverage is deeper than ever. Okay. So, final result. The older group built the house. The newer group made it bigger. If this were sports, I call it 27-24 golden era. Whew. Close game, but the Pioneers get the edge. Whew. That was fun. Blah, blah, blah. Let me say this. This is why people hate in real sports, y'all compare eras. Because you say, oh, they had a different, they only did this, and we only had so many channels, and I only watched that. Mm-hmm. This was an exercise to show you how crazy it is and how real it is when you want to compare things. I know I was there, and when I was there, it was morphing into what it is now, which is we don't want the athletes to steal the shine. We want to share the shine. We want to create personality-driven shows that's going to all of a sudden start to rob the athletes of some of where they were in that perch, how high they were on that perch, to now say his name and his name. I think it's really a taste. I really do. I don't think it's that much deeper than anything. It's a taste, okay? And my taste buds, I was in a different state of mind. I was in a different place. And I didn't watch a lot of ESPN back then because I was active. I was a real player. So how am I going to watch it? And I'm actually doing it. So that's the conversation. Beat it up in the comments. Let me know what you guys think as we get to these NBA finals. And then we're going to have to get to Donald Trump and Stephen A. Smith going at it. And Max Kellerman. And Adam Silver. Everybody else. But let's get into this NBA. Let's get into these finals. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become a member. Hit that super chat. We chop it up right now. Let's go.
You're in New York. Even when they travel, you hear New York fans. So, when we came here during the regular season, they hit it. Well, we hit them first. They hit us back in the mouth, and then we just kind of weren't able to get our wheels turning again. But I think we've been pretty good on the road throughout the playoffs, and obviously this team has been really good at home as well. So we got to try to come out and, obviously easier said than done, but try to take the crowd out of it as quickly as possible. I think
it was easier than you thought. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All them celebs, all that talk, all that noise. Obviously, when it was loud, but it wasn't consistently loud. I saw a lot of that game where I was like, whew, they just down the street playing at the local rec. It's crazy. Boy, them points made a difference. They came out there and it was like, this is our game. Isn't it weird? Homecoming game. All that money spent. All them people paying all that money. All that security detail because President Donald Trump was there. And it was silent.
Even like our Game 7, we never really let the crowd get into the game. And like I said, obviously easier said than done, but just try to negate some of their runs. You're gonna come in here. It's gonna be loud. It's gonna, don't want to use the word hostile, but it's gonna be hostile. So you just try.
You don't want to use it, but you use it. What you mean?
Try to not let the crowd get on their toes too much because obviously this team plays, and usually it's more so role players and star players that play better at home. You're in New York.
Oh, I'm not a role player. I got $228 million coming starting next year. Blah, blah, blah. All right, so let's keep the energy going. It was cracking in there, right? And if you think about the Knicks, the first person you think about in the fan base is
how much money have you spent on
I don't want to know. I read some astronomical number, and I was just hoping my wife Ty didn't see it. Whoa, I had to see that thing.
Now that laugh came from the body first. It was all laugh. Basically, people were offering, if you had tickets, especially courtside seats, you know how much money in New York? Cats were over there giving it up.
We got married, though, but...
Yeah, but if you would have sold one of them tonight, you would have made it all back.
I was...
So, Spike.
But it went down, but it was $500,000.
Yes.
I could have bought...
Second row. Second row. So, Spike, 2 games.
Dang, blah, blah, blah. Flex is not the word, but that lets you know how important it is where you won't sell seats for $500,000 to just go home and watch it. Seats for $500,000 and take, I don't know, 50,000 of it, keep 450 and get some seats in the second, third row. Living in a different world, brother. Living in a different world. Let's go. Now everybody happy, though. Right here, look at this.
So let me ask you this. Are we just allowing Spike Lee on the court to heckle refs in the middle of the game? We're just allowing, and then he calls a foul, so we're just letting opposing fans call the game. Okay.
You know that's Dave Portnoy sitting at home salty. Somebody else getting some of that shine. He like, but that is doing a lot. Especially, see, one thing is we get desensitized when you're at home. If you were there and you saw some dude doing that right in front of you, next to you, dare I say if he were behind you, you'd be like, he don't calm down. And if you don't feel like that, it's because you the one. You the guy. Okay. That's what kind of game they played. They played that type of game. Now, Wemby, I told you, he called his sensei in the Shaolin. He said, Sensei, down 0-2. Why he sound like Sensei? Oh, he's talking to his Sensei. Down 0-2. What should I do? He said, Daniel, son, you know what we did to Glow. Go to Rucker Park. Go to Central Park. Draw art. It would take your mind to the place where you need to be. And Jalen Brunson like, I ain't do none of that.
Jalen, what happened between you and Victor in the first quarter, and did their level of physicality bother you?
No, to answer your second question. And whatever you saw is what you saw.
Victor Wembanyama is so likable that he's going to get away with so much dirt. And he just figured out, let me get dirty. Because why not? What do I have to lose? You're going to have to live with this in legacy forever. Go out swinging. Go out pushing. It's still going to just be one foul. They're not going to kick me out the game. I was supposed to get kicked out of a series before. And guess what they did? No, he could play the next game. Remember that? So Victor woke up talking to the Shaolin, and Mr. Shaolin said, Victor, make a foul. And that's what he doing. And guess what he got out of it? A victory. Took 17 hours to get into MSG, and guess what they did? Took an L. So let's get into it now. What happened? Give me some responses to this.
Yes, but Markel did not show up at all tonight.
I can't get 13 from both of my starters.
Yeah,
that's not unacceptable at all.
And I told y'all about Larry.
Now he Larry again, man.
Back to Larry again. 1 for 7 from the tray, 14%.
Yeah, he was 1 for 8, boy. My boy was definitely tornadoes tonight for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, is this just a bad game for the Knicks? Or did the Spurs find something?
Bad game for the Knicks, or the Spurs found something? I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and this is crazy. Remember, there's always 2 scoreboards. So the one scoreboard basically is saying, Spurs, you're down 1-2 in this series. Knicks, you're up 2-1. There's another scoreboard in my head that I'm like, damn, dog, do you know that this could easily be 0-3? Like, Spurs should be up 3-0. Knicks, you could be 0-3. Y'all know that. Like that first game, they were down, 14? Second game, they were down, 12? This game, they were down 12. I'm talking about the Knicks. It's weird. The Knicks, look, very inefficient from Jalen Brunson, but he closed out 2 of the 3 games, so you were like, whatever. But now you're starting to look back like, oh, don't say it. Yo, the Spurs might have these boys.
That was a bad game. But I told you guys it was too much.
Yeah.
Too much going on with that game 3. Like as far as like all the fans, and you got certain people pulling up to the game that never pull up to games.
That was crazy.
You got every star that ever existed came to the game. Yeah. I mean, it was lit in the building. Yeah, like and I'm not saying party. People don't go to the Knicks game. I'm not saying that, but it was just too much going on. You got
Okay, how much does that matter? Right? How much does it matter that Jay-Z's here? You know what I mean? Like, you going to shoot more? You going to shoot different? I mean, look, put it like this. When your mama and daddy used to come to your games when you were little, did it matter? Okay, we ain't nothing but big kids playing a big kid sport. Little kids. We ain't nothing but grown kids. So it does matter. Even though you don't want to say it philosophically, you're like, I don't give a damn who here. I'm about to give you buckets. But it matters.
Other broadcasts.
Yeah, that motherfucker looked like Staples Center.
It was just all type of crazy stuff ready for this moment. I knew that they was going to lose. That's how shit go for the Knicks.
That shit's crazy.
You know that's how it go for the Knicks, though.
Yeah.
I think it goes that way for a lot of people. Whenever you're getting distracted, it matters. Like, it takes 1 degree of separation between you being locked in and you being distracted. It's not like this huge gap. It's not this grand error. Like, I'm way over there thinking about that. That is not what I should be focused on. No, it's like, it's like when you're kids. You're talking to your kids. You're like, did you put your shoes up? And the kid does this. Yeah. They didn't look over here. They look right next to your head. Like, because they're like, I'm not focused on what you. Airplane pilots. All you got to do is put in 1 degree difference in coordinates and you're not going where you're supposed to go. You're not landing on that runway. No, you're not. 1 degree off. With time, it's a wrap. So that's what it is. The distraction could be small, but it turns out a great result.
Yeah, supposed to celebrate tonight. Party got canceled.
Yeah, that's how shit be going.
Yeah, well soon, man.
Man, so we are here where everybody's reacting to it. What happened in the game?
To be outside, so all that energy is in the city, not in the arena.
The same thing happens in Lakers game, Gil. As Lakers move further along in the playoffs, the arena gets less and less turned.
Yeah, because Ben Stiller ain't said shit.
Not turned.
Dog, be real. All them celebs there, especially DJ Khaled. I don't think they cut to him one time, and this is not fair to him, but I'm going to just tell you how it works. And he wasn't on his phone. Like, literally in his phone, right? So then you're like, well, he on his phone the whole game. No, they only cut to him 4 times. So he could have been watching every play, which he wasn't, I'm sure. But the point is, every time they did cut to him, on his phone. Not talking, not making no noise. Whew.
He might have got
Ben Stiller ain't bought a fucking drink. Not a drink, not a beer, he probably vegan.
He might have got priced
He probably vegan. He probably just fucking there drinking water.
Broke boy celebrities priced out.
I'm going to be honest. I ain't see DJ Khaled drink shit either. Right? It seems like you pay too much money to take a shot. Like, where's
Tracy Morgan.
Tracy Morgan.
That.
Like, we want Tracy Morgan, the nigga that got the Morgan that got drunk and was asleep in the game. We want that. He threw up on the floor. That's the energy
we're missing.
We're missing. Get so drunk you throw up on the floor. They gotta stop this shit. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Tracy Morgan. Right now he can't do this. There's billionaires there. He gotta be on his suit and tie.
No breathalyzers needed.
That's crazy.
No breathalyzers needed.
Yo, they had a weird game 3. Be real, because President Trump showed up, extra security showed up, more detail, TSA-ish, and it took forever to get in there. People were exhausted. You know how you get fatigued when you got to wait too long. You just ain't got the energy. You're all pumped, but when you just come there, oh, we're going to Six Flags? Oh, we going to get on X2? And then about 3 hours later, you still in line. You're like, man, forget this ride. But I ain't getting out of line because I paid for it, and I'm going to be on it. And I think that's a crowd, they just was like, they were a little zapped. And then you get in there, all the guys in there are so famous and popular that they got that act. You know that act. Like, I'm not going to be reckless. I'm not going to be crazy. Very few of them. Because people are watching me. So whack.
They put in the square in Madison Square Garden, ladies and gentlemen.
Gentrified the goddamn garden. They went for the dollar. They sold out.
It's the Square Garden.
Damn, that's real.
Chris Rock, not turned up.
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. You ain't gonna win like that if you talking about home court advantage. That is. Yes.
Now, I'm shocked to have to say this because he's a superstar. We're so appreciative of what he has done for the New York Knicks organization. We know who Jalen Brunson is and what he represents. But tonight, it looked like he was playing to be an MVP rather than playing to win Game 3. 25 shots in the time that he played. Karl Anthony Towns only gets 10 attempts, 4 in the second half. How does that in the second half? How did that happen? OG Anunoby had 28 points on 13 shots. How do you not find OG Anunoby more, considering the level of accuracy and efficiency that he was showing, that you're not showing if you're Jalen Brunson in this series? You've attempted 81 shots. You're shooting about 34% from the field, about 24% from three-point range.
Damn. Yuck. Brother Jay says yuck. Here's the thing. This is why we were talking about earlier in the show, how results really dictate process. right? You figure out human beings are wired to get the most and do the least. And then you got to get socialized, conditioned, trained to actually do the most and try to get the most. That's why he's a pro athlete. He learned that I had to rig it. Because if you just go out there and say, I'm going to do the least and get the most, that's most humans. Most humans are not in the NBA. So then when you become Jalen Brunson, in this moment, you like, yo, it's time to cash in all that hard work. Not the most efficient. But you thinking, hey, I'm just going to keep getting my reps. It ain't my last miss, it's my next make. But the next shot is a miss. The next shot is a miss. When do you say, oh, a little off the throttle? You don't, because all it is hard work and most results. And then I saw something that was interesting, and I didn't know Stephen A was going to go here. When I saw him checking into the game, I saw them celebs looking at him and Fat Joe saying, hey, go in there and go get it. You know, stuff like that. He got to walk by Fat Joe, and you got to walk by the mayor or whatever. It was all them people by the scorer's table. I was like, it might have some effect. And now it sounds like Stephen A is calling that out.
Why in God's name would you continue to shoot when you got cats around you who are capable of making shots, not to mention the fact that that's what got you here. It wasn't the way that you were playing for 75% of the season. It was when the transition took place after Game 3, with the Atlanta Hawks, right, and you made Karl Anthony Towns a facilitator. You got off the ball, you got your shot, but he was facilitating and getting other people involved. You got 18 assists, that's it, on the 40 shots that you made. That's not something that we're accustomed to seeing the New York Knicks do with this 13-game playoff winning streak that just came to an end tonight. But they were out of character from what we grew accustomed to seeing them be over the last 13 games or so, and that's why they're only up 2-1 now instead of 3-0 and in a position to close it out at the Garden Wednesday night. That is not going to happen. They have to return back to San Antonio after all.
Man, blah, blah, blah. And boy, 3-0 is a whole different animal than 2-1, Holmes. What movie? 2-1, Holmes. Man, 3-0? Oh, you ain't even going to have to watch any more games. You're like, oh, I know they're going to win the series. 2-1? Uh-oh.
But I think the Knicks are reverting back to the way they played, too much Brunson eccentric. When they were winning, when they were blowing out teams, sweeping teams, they would get Cat involved more. To me, because Cat, they didn't use Cat at all tonight.
Man, hey, it happens fast, huh? Jalen Brunson was on top of the world. Keys to the city. Best Knick ever. 1 game loss. Too much of him.
Points on 4 of 10 shooting.
They didn't use him, but I think they're becoming a little too, really in every game, they've been becoming a little too Brunson-centric. Yes.
Yeah.
Hey. Them results. Oh, he closed it out. Who cares? He was 11 of 26. Oh, he closed it out. Who cares? He was 11 of 26. We care now. Why? Because you lost. And that's what sucks as an athlete. You're like, I did the same thing, but it worked before. It didn't work tonight. Don't do the same thing. It's worked 2 or 3 times. Boy, ain't it tricky? It changes on you like that. Like that. And then you're like, what am I supposed to do then? Unreal. Well, I'll tell you one thing you're supposed to do. You got to execute if you're the Knicks.
Also spoke a lot about the officiating, and I'm not trying to get you guys fined, but what is it like throughout the course of the game dealing with that frustration, especially in such a high-pressure environment? Mike talking about the discrepancy in second-half free throws.
No, that didn't cost us the game. Turned the ball over, didn't execute, didn't do what got us 13 straight wins in a row.
Okay, that's what I wanted to hear. Okay, so Dipset Ike, one of the best moments in hip-hop ever when Dipset took over. Ow! He is basically sitting there with the frustration that he knows he can't say exactly what he wants to say. But thank God we got this show and we can. He's sitting there saying, we didn't do what we're supposed to do, which meant I didn't get what I was allowed to get in other games that we actually won. Okay, today I went up there, gave my lunch tickets, and they ain't had no bean burritos. Where the bean burritos? Not today? Oh, because we at home? Because the Dipset is in the crowd? Because Jigga right there? Because Chris Rock right there? Dave Chappelle right there? Oh, come on, dog. We got to play ball. It's a mismatch. I could bring Wemby out, And then we can hit him with Mitchell Robinson. We got 2 7-footers, dog. Let's go. What we doing here? I shoot threes.
That's how you lose the game. We didn't do what we've been doing for 13.
Oh.
Decided to do something different. It ain't going to work. And throwing the ball away is a clear indication of how you're going to lose the game, especially in the playoffs.
See, I got to remember, Cat done been around the league a little bit now, right? A little bit. And he done got beat up everywhere he goes because of his mannerisms and his style of play, and people, and they always call him zesty. He hears it. This ain't nothing new. But guess what? Forget all that. He just looking at you like, ball, talk ball. We ain't play ball like we supposed to play ball. It's a problem. But guess who did? Oh, Wemby did.
Good game. Wemby came back, showed the world. Hey, listen, and this is the point of bounce back. He missed that shot. He had that turnover. Everybody laughed at him. And he came back and performed the way a superstar does, right? All superstars fuck up. But it's always the bounce back. Can they bounce back the next game or the next play? He didn't get to. He missed. We laughed. 48 hours of laughing, 72 hours of laughing. And he came back and shut the city down.
He shut the city down, not Donald Trump. Let me stop. Hey, boy, if I hear another excuse about how long it took, those are reasons. But don't turn them into excuses. Y'all lost the game because the ball didn't go on bucket enough. Come on now.
We in B. Some of us have to appear at our place of employment tomorrow morning. Nightcap got 27K in the chat. We're not here.
Good game.
Boy, it's so random on them live streams. Blah, blah, blah. We not done talking that. Yep, we not done. Come on, give me some more Wemby love.
Me and Charles had this conversation earlier. I think a lot of people, especially the world, they get misconstrued when I'm talking about big man. Don't want you to be like me. I want you to have a certain mentality, the same mentality that I saw him have, the same mentality that I saw Patrick Ewing have, that Draymond has. He came out with a lot of energy and a lot of effort. I've seen in the last series, whenever he's high in scoring and playing like that, the team plays well. That's all I'm asking him to do. I'm not asking him to be me. I'm asking him to have that mentality because this is what it takes to win a championship.
Can I add to that?
Yes.
There's a mental physicality.
Thank you.
And also, and meaning.
Man, mental physicality. I love that. That's deep. He gonna break this down. Look at it. Wow.
When he goes after things, it's the same as being physical like Shaq. So when he has a mental physicality, it changes the game. It makes people change their mind in what their decision might be. Because, no, he's coming, I'm not driving now. So now I have to come up with a whole different plan. But when he's not mentally physical, you go in there and you try things and you make other things happen.
Blah, blah, blah. Jesus, Kenneth Smith. Woo, he talking about being an irritant. Like when you irritating, I say that a lot to my kids. I'm like, I need you to be irritating. They look at me like, what do you mean? I'm like bugs, like mosquitoes, like gnats. I want you to just be around them, be in their thoughts, be in they, like right here on their neck. Be right there. Like be surveillance. Like just, what you looking at? Be the lady at the store when you walk in, the liquor store. What you looking at? Why are you always looking at me? Because I'm about to steal some sunflower seeds. That's why. Point being, just be, you know, you ever do that game with your friend? You ever play this game with your friend? Don't touch me. You be like, y'all getting mad or something? Y'all getting a little testy? He beat you in Madden or something? You be like this, don't touch me, dog. I'm good. We good. You can say what you want, just don't touch me. And then you do this. Okay. You ever do this? He be like, what? You be like, I ain't touch you. That's what you, when Wemby is like that, it's a problem. Big problem.
They got Knicks fans very riled up throughout the game. At one point, there was a colorful chant directed towards you. It seems as though you may be New York's newest villain. Is that kind of the ultimate compliment?
That was a horrible question. I'm just going to say it. I mean, like, just get to the point. Like,
I guess I'm nowhere near Trae Young level, though.
Good response. He's like, I ain't Trae Young. Remember when Trae Young? Oh! Trae Young was the Iceman in there, so that's a problem. So now we're going to have to get to this. Put some respect on Victor Wembanyama, averaging 29, 10, 3, and 3, and 1.7 steals a game this series. Isn't it crazy how all of a sudden Brunson's stat line is a problem and now Wemby's is amazing? And they just won one game? See how it goes? But all you'll see is he's been dominated in these NBA Finals. I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of clips out there before this game especially. Oh, Wemby. Oh, he tripping. Oh, he messing up. Oh, he getting killed. The unfair standards fans hold him to is the problem with NBA discourse. All right, calm down, Legion Hoops. Calm down. Wemby is having a terrific first final series at don't babysit him. At 22 years old. He could be 50. Doesn't matter. This is a good finals. And he and the Spurs are one win away from flipping the entire script, but everyone is quick to focus on his negatives. Show some respect. Okay, I don't know what auntie wrote that, but guess what? It's all good. It's all good. Beat up in the comments. Let me know what you thought about Game 3 and the results of it as we're going to get into this Donald Trump versus Stephen A. Smith war of words. And when I say war of words, that means you shot? Oh, you want to keep shooting? I'll shoot back. They went at each other, and a couple others chimed in on it as well. Make sure I give some love to these top fans. Stomp is in the building. Dan Fan, Darian the Jedi Knight, Adrian Robles, Anthony Smith. Love to you guys. Appreciate you guys, man. Keep rocking with your boy. Hey, Stephen A. Smith. Why are you talking to the president like this? It's crazy.
Strictly a basketball segment. This president has no business showing up in New York City. I am dead serious. It is selfish. It is narcissistic. It is ridiculous that he is coming to this game. I would say the same thing if it were Obama, George W., Clinton. I don't give a damn. We went back to Reagan.
Okay. All right. Smart play to get off to that first lane, which is selfish and all that, and just say, I don't care who it is. But you do actually care who it is. Because guess what? Stephen A. Smith is the president of Straight Shooter Productions, right? President, CEO, founder, chairman. You imagine if someone said to him in his studio, in his setup, you shouldn't come here because if you did, oh, man, that's selfish. You forget he's the president of the United States. And no matter who that guy is, he has domain. I would think, dog, I'm not even the president when I go places and I bet you I get in. I bet you I'm here. Call it what you want. I don't care what you got to do to deal with it either. When LeBron go to Nobu, when Kevin Durant hiding in the bushes at Nobu, whatever you got to do. But guess what? I'm in a private room with Drake. Whatever, I don't care. People out here acting crazy. It's a frenzy. That's your issue. I'm going, especially if I'm the president. To Stephen A's point, don't matter who it is. If it's Obama, I don't care. If I'm the president of the United States and I dare one of my citizens tell me I shouldn't go somewhere, better him than me. I have a response for you, brother.
This is not a football stadium in some space in Texas where you got a whole bunch of outlays and all of this. This is the Garden. This is Midtown Manhattan.
And nobody told you to build it there on 34th Street? What are you talking about? And they hold some of the biggest events ever. And you trying to say the president can't go to one of the biggest events? Oh my gosh, what is going on? This makes no sense, but I do know why he's saying this. Now, if anything is clickbait, this is clickbait. Because you know you're just trying to irk a response. Because logically, this has no weight. No weight. But it's a smart play. If you're Stephen A., this is a smart play. And I know why it's a play. Because he wanted to get the response. And I can prove that it's a play. Watch the next clip.
You have any idea what the congestion is going to be like in New York City here?
Don't care.
I get off my radio.
Don't care. You telling me peasant problems. What did the president say? Look, peasants, figure out a way for me to get there as fast as I can. Y'all figure it out. I mean, God dang. What's the use of being a president if you can't flex? That's what Max and I used to say. People used to clown Floyd Mayweather because he had on 98 gold chains and sunglasses and everything he ever owned was on him. And Max used to say, If the undisputed champion can't flex, who can? Like, if I can whoop everybody ass that I see walking down the street and I can't flex, who can? If the president can't flex, what's the point of being anything in this world? Just think about it. What if you were president? Just think about it. You are the president. Forget your politics. Shut up, stupid. Forget who it is. Shut up, stupid. You're the president of your class. In high school, president of the class be acting like they just, shut up, girl. She be like, I'm in line. You voted for her, you didn't vote for her, it don't matter. She walk around campus like, what? And the president of the United States supposed to be like, oh, I can't go. That's selfish. I told you it's a play. He's still talking about it.
It's threatening to compromise all of that because he want to show up to the NBA Finals. And y'all okay with that?
Yes.
He should be ashamed of himself.
Why?
Dolan should be ashamed of himself for inviting him.
For what?
And I don't want to hear some of these conservatives out here talking about how Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns. Don't bring them up.
Don't bring up the politics then. Come on, Stephen A. Like, you got to have some regard to what you're saying. This is reckless. But look, it ain't going to fool us. That's why we got this show. I'm glad you are being reckless. I'll salvage the car. Here's the thing. We're talking about the president. That's it. No more said. Do you know the powers he possesses? You're going to say, well, he only got the power because we voted him. Okay. If Adam Silver can go to the game, why? Because he runs the NBA. Well, you think the guy who runs our country can't go? That's just so ignorant.
There are players that don't want to get political. They ain't going to speak against them.
Why should they?
This is the billionaire Dolan, the same billionaire that's given up 250 seats to underprivileged kids for tonight's game and game 4. And if there's a game 6, it's scheduled to give up 750 seats to underprivileged youth in the city. That same James Dolan has been riding a wave where we have not even mentioned his alarming level of ineptitude spanning the last 27 years as the steward of the New York Knicks franchise. He has been awful.
Man. Okay, now you're just grabbing anything in the air. You take some lint, you don't care. Here's the thing. This is not fair. We know that. This is not logical. We know that. But we are in a place right now where you will waste your breath, me included, arguing something that's baseless. Baseless. I'm going to prove it.
Until recently. You hire Leon Rose.
Oh, no. We ain't going that deep. All right, we stay on Trump. We do all that later. So Trump shows up. You know Trump. Say what you want about President Trump. Hey, man, what you say? Whatever. You ever go to, will you always get cheered or always get booed, right? So mixed results and crowd and all that. So then now they gonna press Adam Silver about it. Adam Silver ain't the president of the United States, and he got to answer this? Oh, boy.
Trump, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran MLB Entertainment years ago. He did an I Love Kids game spot with us. He was a fixture at NBA at Madison Square Garden. You guys remember, well, all of you, when you played here, not Draymond, but back in the old days, he had courtside seats. He was here all the time. He was at drafts, so he's a genuine Knicks fan. And so, yes, there's some inconvenience to the fans here, but one looking around this arena, it's packed. So people listen, they came early, they got through whatever extra security, which is necessary. So, as I said, I think we should be using sports to create more of a sense of community with people, not less.
Thank you. And that's not the president of the United States speaking. He's just saying, look, y'all complaining just to complain now. Shut the hell up. Y'all all in here, so why you shut up? And complaining is contagious. That's why I don't let any kids on my team complain. As soon as you complain, you run. You come back still complaining, you're going to run until you stop complaining. Shut up. God dang. Like, people just, I don't want to do it. Well, don't do it. Don't go to the game. If it bothers you so much, stay home. No? Oh, it didn't bother you that much, huh? You just want somebody to hear you and say, yeah, yeah.
We know you're a New Yorker, 55 years. We know you have to be neutral, but how big is this for the...
So I've had a few things to say about Donald Trump going to the Knicks game. And, at this point, it's game day. And I think Knicks fans just want to enjoy Game 3, the first home game that we've had in 27 years.
Hey, I enjoyed it. I ain't even a Knicks fan. I watched it at the crib. I didn't even complain. And if I wanted to go to the game, I would stop complaining. You got hard choices to make in this world, including spending $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 to go to the game. Everybody got a choice to make, and everybody got a consequence from it. We don't need to hear your complaining continue.
But it also is not clear to me that Donald Trump is a big Knicks fan.
Oh, my God.
I mean, does this guy even know the difference between Karl Rove and Karl Anthony Towns?
I'm not giving you no more time, but this is so bad, I will.
I don't think so.
This is corny. All right, bro. I don't even know who you are. Respect. That's not because of you. It's because of me. What? I'm not even a Knicks fan. I remember seeing Trump at games and everybody hugging him.
He's just injecting himself into the NBA Finals because he always has to bring the MAGA circus into town.
I hope he's not a leader. He had a lot of flags behind him. Maybe he is. That is corny. Dog, our leaders are whack. That is so bad. There's a kid sitting at home, don't know right from left, and he going to hear that and think that's right? Oh, my gosh. Adam Silver, somebody help me.
I found out because Jim Dolan invited him to the game, and he said yes, and he's welcome to be here. I think that what makes sports so special, especially when there's so much that divides people, is it's something that we have in common, and we should look for those things that we have in common and build off that. And I'll also say about President Trump, you know, I've been with the league for a long time. I ran MLB Entertainment.
Okay, that was just the intro to the other one. We ain't done. So he's not a Knicks fan. He don't know Karl Anthony Towns from Karl or who, Rowe or something. He sent a coat right there. The ball got out of bounds. He got that rock. I don't see him. Okay, he just sitting there chilling. This 3 different games. The suits look different. Look, red tie, blue tie. Okay. Damn, this is black and white. This is before color television. He there. Oh, is that a player or a fan hugging him? Look at that. I saw one where Patrick Ewing was hugging him during the game. So all that, look, everybody's a human being. I don't give a damn what your title is. You president of the United States, you still a person first. You hear all this smoke and noise about you, you got something to say, don't you?
It was, I think, mostly cheers. It was loud and it was very enthusiastic.
Mr. President, ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith, who was talking about running for president, said he would blame you if the Knicks lost the game. How do you respond to that?
I think he's a nice guy. But you need a certain aptitude to run for president. You need a high IQ. I'm not sure that Stephen has that. I don't think he does, actually.
Oh, my God. Blah, blah, blah. And that's how we'll end that topic. There's a lot of other people chiming in on it. But at the same time, let's just end with a lighthearted part because y'all know how these politics. I don't know why that's political. That's not political to me. The president of the United States wanted to go to the game. He can go. You're trying to tell me Marcellus from the factory, if he could get the crumbs together, can go to the game, but the president of the United States, too much. On this show, we're going to keep it real, dog. On this show, we're going to talk about everyone and everything. On this show, we ain't going to let the others define what the real is. But let's just give some love to the others, shall we? Face of the Knicks. Everybody's in the building. Love this. Love this. Oh, I love to make us agree or respectfully disagree. So make sure you guys like this video. Like the video right now. Just do me one favor. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Become a member. Get in that super chat and have some fun. Beat it up. We gone, man. My itty bitty's got to get up in a few minutes. You know I got to do a little bit of work post-show and get this thing cracking. So love for all y'all for rocking with your boy. I just can't believe, I'm so dumbfounded. I'm so exhausted. I'm so tired of stupidity. And I don't call people stupid. I call what they did stupid. Until you keep doing enough dumb stuff, then I call you dumb. Come on, man. We making a fuss over this? Love to you guys, man. Have an amazing day. I know I will. All right. Peace. Peace. Don't do that, Wiley. That's the wrong video. Okay, where it go? Oh, here we go. Peace.
It's been a decade plus that I knew that this day was going to come.
Oh, this is not a Herbert video.
So I believe the Burns.
Time to hydrate. Hydration's the situation, so. Have a great one, y'all.